Good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers of the NDC Heartbeat program. It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon in Grenada, and we'll be heading on very shortly to introduce you to the team that's going to be chatting with us today on independence. But before we do, I want to welcome all those of you who are on the WeFM platform, Vibes platform, and also the Spice Capital Radio platform. And indeed, all of you who are on the NDC Facebook page. Good afternoon to all of you, and hope that you're having a great Sunday afternoon. We'll come back in a moment and tell you all about the program for today. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
Grenada is on the road to 50, but this year we celebrate 49. Under the patronage of the Consular Office of Grenada in New York, the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee New York invites you to celebrate Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence, January 27th to February 4th.
Happy birthday, my dear Grenada.
Our theme this year is the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future. We shall be graced with the presence of Grenada's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export, Honorable Joseph Andel, Minister of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams, and Member of Parliament of Her Majesty's Opposition, Honorable Delma Thomas. The calendar of events rolls off on Friday, January 27th with a cultural evening from 7 p.m. at Our Lady of Refuge Hall in Brooklyn. Then Saturday, January 28th is the Independence Youth Fest from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. again at Our Lady of Refuge Hall in Brooklyn. The ecumenical service is on Sunday, January 29th from 4 p.m. at St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church on Hawthorne Street. The 49th anniversary of Independence Gala, dinner, dance, and awards will come off on Saturday, February 4th from 9 p.m. at the Anthems in Queens. It's all about Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence. The journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future.
Welcome back to the NDC Heartbeat program for this beautiful Sunday afternoon. We want to again welcome all those who are on Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, WeFM, and indeed on the NDC Facebook page. For today's program, what we're going to do is to delve more into the celebration of Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence. Last week, you would recall, we had Ms. Jacqueline Alexis on the Heartbeat. She is the chairperson responsible for the planning of activities to celebrate Grenada's 49th year of independence. But for today's program, what we'll do is go to New York and have a chat with the chairman of the 49th year of independence and members of his committee. So I want to welcome to the set right now Mr. Nick Cox, and I'd ask him kindly to introduce his committee. Nick, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to everyone. Good morning to those in the United States East Coast. I'm the chair of what we call Giacone Grenada Independence Anniversary Celebration Committee of New York. I hope I got it right. It has a history of it's a community committee, and every year a committee is put together to under the direction of the foreign ministry to celebrate independence officially here in New York. The co-chair of the committee is Ms. Janice Celestine, who is on with us, and we also have on with us the PRO for the Celebrations Committee, Mr. Jerry Hopkins.
Great, wonderful indeed. And let me therefore take this opportunity to welcome Jerry, who is a popular figure right here on the ground in Grenada. And of course, Janice is no stranger to all Grenadians. So let me welcome all of you to the set, and let us talk about what are your plans, because I know in the past, New York has always been in the forefront of celebrating Grenada's independence. And this year is no different. Matter of fact, it is said that you'll be having a very special visit from Grenada. And indeed, this happens every year. But could you share with us some of the plans and so forth which you have for this year's celebrations in New York?
Our plans this year are typical, even though we hope to vamp things up to be a lot more exciting than before. But with the public plans, we start on the 27th of January. That's a Friday evening. And we have our cultural celebration, a cultural exposition, which would take place at Our Lady of Mercy's Church in Brooklyn here on Foster and Ocean Avenue. And Janice would give a little bit more details on what would happen that evening. Okay. So may as well do that now, Janice.
Yes, indeed. I think that's a great idea. So as you mentioned, the individual events, then we can get some background information as to what the public can expect as we move forward with the program. So thank you very much indeed. Janice, welcome to Heartbeat.
Thank you very much. It's good to be on the program. Hello Wonderful. To everybody. And we're heading towards 50.
Yep.
Literally heading towards 50. So,
absolutely. Me too.
Good morning to everyone, wherever you are. New York, we're expecting a packed program. We have so much excitement buzzing around for this year's celebration. The cultural evening, there'll be Battle of the Parishes. Every parish has picked something they want to be picked, and the planning is well underway. I can tell you, people should come out and be prepared to participate, like public participation. We're expecting people who's danced the maypole in their childhood days to come out and dance the maypole and play Chinese skip, and these are the things that we're expecting at the cultural evening. Of course, the foods, the flavors of Grenada will also be present. We can't have a celebration without oil dung and Indeed. Everything else that we've eaten as children to take us to where we are now. It will be a packed program, very, very packed program. There'll be cultural pieces. It's the cultural evening is one of the events that's getting a lot of buzz, and people are really, really looking forward to being a part of the celebration.
Fantastic. Would you have any local entertainers from Grenada coming up for this activity?
Local entertainers from Grenada.
Yes. Would any of them be joining you?
I need to double check that. We were working on some links. I need to double check that, but I can tell you that we have some entertainment from children of persons probably not born in Grenada, but persons who are part of the program, and second generation Grenadians, third generation Grenadians will be participating in that program. I need to double check though before I confirm on the visiting artists from home.
Okay, great. Well, I know Jerry is with you, and let me ask Jerry how.
A gala with so much to offer as Grenada celebrates 49 years of independence. Gala, dinner, dance, and awards Saturday, February 4th from 9 p.m. at the Anthems on 96-43 Springfield Boulevard in Queens. The evening starts with a cocktail hour and includes dope prizes, including a high-tech therapeutic mattress, awards for 4 outstanding Grenadians in the diaspora, a big raffle, and addresses from government and opposition guests, all compounded with live entertainment from the in-sync band, violinist and singer Donnell Best, saxophonist Jarrell Bartholomew, plus DJ Lilla B and other DJs from Wild FM, Crossroads Radio, and 999 Radio. Get your gala tickets for $200 from any committee member. Eventbrite.com or call 212-599-0301 or 347-350-4285. You can also contact the Grenada Independence Celebration Facebook page, the Grenada Independence Gala, Saturday, February 4th, the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future.
Okay, welcome back to all of you who are on WFM, Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, and indeed the Facebook page. We had a short break in transmission there, but we're back online. And Jerry, did you get my question a short while ago?
No,
All right. Well, actually, the question was, how is the PR in the New York area, and well, let's say throughout the diaspora going? Are Grenadians all excited about this year's independence? I know we're on the road to 50, like most of us, but are they excited about this year's independence, or are they looking forward to the 50?
I would say yes, and we got started a little bit later than we would have preferred in terms of of getting things together. But when we decided that it was all going to be happening, we got into full gear, and we're on radio, we're on social media, we're on the ground, we were attending all the Grenadian events in New York City leading up to the 27th and February 4th. As was mentioned by Brother Cox, we start our series of activities on the 27th, that's Friday, with the cultural evening, and on Saturday we have the Youth Fest, and then Cox is going to get on to the ecumenical service in a while, which happens on the Sunday, the 29th, from 4 p.m. at St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church. That's there on Horton Street in Brooklyn. And then, of course, we culminate with the Independence Gala. But all with the PR, we engaging folks, and all the influential folks in the community. Remember, this is a non-partisan. This is about Grenada, and so we are reaching out to everyone, young and old, to get on board and passing the word around. And from what I've learned, folks in the other jurisdictions, in the other parts of the diaspora, Toronto, Montreal, London, they're doing their thing as well. But, we in New York City, we're different. And we make it happen. So things are happening, and it's looking good.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Well, let me get back to Brother Nick Cox, who is the chairman of the New York 49th Year of Independence Committee. Brother Cox, let's continue with the rest of the activities, and then we would ask Janice and, of course, Jerry to give their inputs. So what is the next event would you have coming up?
Following the 27th, on the afternoon of the 28th, the young people of Grenada, the youth, would get a chance to show their talent as Grenadians, especially most of them Grenadians born here in the diaspora. And they showcase themselves on Saturday afternoon, the 28th of January, at the same Lady of Mercy's Church, Roman Catholic Church Hall on Foster Avenue and Ocean Avenue in Brooklyn. It's usually a dynamite event. We see the massive amount of talent that our youth has in the diaspora here, and how entertaining they can be. And so we urge everyone to come out and support. The following that, on Sunday, the 29th of January, we have our ecumenical church service, and that would take place at St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church this year. That is located on 331 Hawthorne Street between New York and Nostrand Avenue. And it begins at 4 p.m. We ask you to come early, come as early as 3 p.m. And traditionally, Brother Rudolph Cyrus is in charge of putting it together. And traditionally, and what will happen this year anyway, it's going to be many uh, leaders from various denominations would get together and have this service, and it's going to be no different this year. Usually, there is musical upliftment from the talented Grenadians in the diaspora here, and everything to make it to kind of a blast off to a good celebration. So we celebrate as Grenadian people. We celebrate in prayer as well.
Great.
Culture and this time in prayer.
Great. Fantastic.
And right. Then we end up with the grand finale, and that would be on February 4th.
Well, before we get to the grand finale, maybe let me ask Janice and Jerry some of the planning arrangements and what can the public expect in New York with respect to that particular event you just mentioned. Janice, what are the nuts and bolts of this particular activity, and what would the general public in New York expect?
You're muted.
Well, is Janice on?
Not as yet. She's not on as yet.
Go ahead, Janice.
Are you there, Janice? Go right ahead.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts is that it's multi-denominational. So everyone is welcome to come out and celebrate at the church service. We're expecting a lot of performances from very, very talented Quake USA. We're expecting a lot of other talent to happen on that afternoon. And we're inviting everyone, wherever you are, come out and celebrate. Let's pray for Grenada. Let's lift Grenada up. We have so many things to celebrate in 2023 coming out of the COVID pandemic. We have so many things, so many reasons to be thankful for in 2023. I mean, a lot of folks did not make it to this point of the journey with us. So I think that will be the highlight of this year's celebration, celebrating those we lost along the way, and of course, giving thanks for those of us who made it this far on the journey.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Jerry?
Jerry, I can second what Janice said. It's really, we have a lot to give thanks for, and that would be highlighted in that service. And the aspect of the idea of bringing all the various denominations together to show that we are one people, despite our difference in beliefs in terms of religion, we are one people, and that would be well pronounced in that ceremony. And something that's really special about that is a ceremony that we have had every year, the ecumenical service, and people always have good things to say about the experience. I have hardly missed one of those. Whenever I'm in New York and that ecumenical service is on, I try to make it there. And we've had several of those services at that particular church. So if people are familiar with St. Gabriel's, it's a well-known place of worship. And so we encourage all Grenadians to come out and to be present, to give thanks and to pray for the future and to show unity, just as the church leaders or religious leaders are expressing and leading the way in coming together. That's all of us, despite our way of life or lifestyle or where we live or who we are. Let's come together as one people and give God praise and pray for unity as we move Grenada forward.
All right. Just a question for you, Jerry. Is it traditional for our embassy in New York to invite fellow Caribbean regional friends to celebrate with us?
Oh, certainly. At all of these events that we have been speaking of here, we have extended invitations to elected officials, such as Congresswoman Yvette Clarke or very own public advocate Jumani Williams, who is of Grenadian parentage, and others to attend these events. And normally they do. They do come to the service. They do show up, especially at the service and at the gala, which Nick is about to introduce, and so we expect that as well this year. These invitations have been extended, and the committee that we have in place is one. We've had this institution in place for quite some time, and so we are just continuing with the tradition, pulling together members from across the community who come together to plan these activities, volunteering their time, and it's a lot of work, but it's worth it because it's about celebrating our history, pridefully celebrating our heritage as we do our part to do the things that, and the theme that we have this year is very fitting. As we journey to 50, we are reflecting on the past and we are planning for the future. Exactly what we need to do.
Great, very appropriate. Well, thank you very much, Jerry. Let me get back to Nick so we can continue the discussion with respect to his program for this year's celebration. Nick, over to you.
Yes. I have to add to what was just said that it's our first celebration since 2020. The last independence celebration here, official, was in 2020, just before, you would say, basically the world shut down because of COVID.
Yeah.
So people are waiting with bated breath to get out there and celebrate our 49th. Things may have, we kicked off a little late this year, and so we're hoping to generate make sure the buzz is generated. There was elections and things like that. So and this is done under the foreign ministry. So things, we started off a little late, but we have things all in place. We have a great committee. And I was mentioning our finale of the celebrations would be the gala, where we just come and let it go, celebrate on the 4th of February, Saturday, the 4th of February. We're going to have a gala, which is a dinner, awards, dance at Anton's in Queens, Springfield Boulevard in Queens. That is going to be, it's going to be from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. There are 4 awards given out, and I neglected to walk with the names of the awards, but one of them is...
I can help you here, Nick.
Okay, Jerry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jerry. It's Community Service Award, I know.
Community service, that's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We have another for the Cultural Heritage Award.
Yes.
For outstanding work in that area. And then we have the Entrepreneurial Spirit Award. And fourthly, we have the Distinguished Children and Youth Leadership Award. Those 4 awards.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there are 4 awardees that have been selected, and you could come out and celebrate with them on the 4th of February at Anton's. And we have, Anton's is a reputable, we have had their celebrations, the gala there many years in the past. Mm-hmm. And so we come out there and celebrate with them. The band that is going to entertain us is a Caribbean Grenadian band, led by one of our guys from St. David's. His name is Don Mitchell, and it's called the InSync, Caribbean InSync, and more recently, Tribal Legacy. That's the name of the band. And along with popular DJs would be there to fill in. DJ Little B would be there giving you some music as well and filling in. And many of the other DJs from the community and the diaspora here would be there offering the support. And we intend to have a grand old time.
Wow. Well, sounds exciting.
In addition to all that, we are having a grand raffle that will be drawn on that night. And the raffle, the prizes are a Cartier watch. Everybody knows the value that goes with those watches. $1,000 and $500. 3 prizes. And the tickets for the raffle are only $5. So we urge you to get your tickets early to so that you can have a chance of winning any of these 3 prizes. So that would also be taking place there. And what's great about this for those of us in the diaspora, we'll be having some visiting guests. The foreign minister, Brother Joseph Andel, would be present. The MIT minister, Brother
Andy Williams.
Andy Williams, Honorable Andy Williams would be present, and an opposition parliamentarian, Sister Delma Thomas, would also be present. So that, you know, for those who want to meet those people who are responsible for us, for leading our country, you get a chance to meet 3 of them on that night. So that's an opportunity that you don't want to miss off on.
Right. Are there other activities that they will be participating in?
Oh, yes. There's something we must mention. There's a grand door prize. I mean, you have to be in it to win it. So you have to attend to have the opportunity, the chance of winning a super high-tech therapeutic mattress, which Sister Janice can say a little bit more about. Janice, what kind of mattress we're talking about?
The craze these days in mattresses.
Oh, what is it?
The craze these days in mattresses, it's something called a memory foam.
Oh.
When you sleep on memory foam, you wake up refreshed every morning. Guaranteed.
Yep.
It contours to your body, and that's our door prize for the gala, where it's 10 inches. It's a 10-inch memory foam mattress, super therapeutic, and everyone who buys a ticket gets a chance to win gets a chance to win that amazing mattress. I can tell you, I can vouch for it. I sleep on one every night.
What is the symbolism attached to this particular item which you'll be giving away? Is there anything symbolic about it? You want the winner to sleep well?
On some mattresses, you sink into the mattress. The difference is when you lie down on a memory foam mattress, it fits your body.
Indeed.
Every time you turn, it surrounds you and fits you. It fits your body. So you get a more restful sleep in the body's natural position that it's supposed to be in. It's not hard. It's not soft. It contours to fit your body for optimal rest.
Great. Wonderful. So I believe
that's a door prize that is made available.
That is just a door prize.
Yeah, compliments of one of the local sponsors, a company, a business that's owned by Grenadians.
Yes.
That's
JTS,
sponsoring.
It's JTS Luxury Home Furniture on Thomas Boylan and Pitkin Avenue in Brooklyn. They're the ones sponsoring that door prize. The owner of that is a young lady from Grenada, and she just wanted to make a contribution to make the gala a little greater than it's already shaping up to be.
Fantastic. Well,
and Terry, we have other sponsors, and all of the sponsors will be acknowledged and recognized at the gala and at the other events, and especially Souvenir Journal, which we are working on. So we encourage folks who are listening who may own a business in New York, or may have friends who own a business in New York, especially if you're a Grenadian American. If you want to send a message in that journal, if you want to recognize someone or one of the awardees, or if you simply want to wish Grenada happy birthday, happy independence anniversary, you can have a message in there, and of course also include your contact information for your business or service or event. Even an event you can advertise inside there. So that is something. In that journal we'll also have messages from some of the elected officials in New York City. Just wanted to mention that there. And before the show is over, we're going to share contact information you can use if you're interested in getting a message to us. And there's also an email address. And let me give that now before we forget. Giaconi, GIACONYPR GIACONYPR at gmail.com. And we'll give you the numbers closer to the end of this interview.
All right. Would you consider accepting donations from the business community in Grenada for some of your
Certainly.
prizes?
Certainly.
Absolutely.
And we want them to advertise in the journal as well, because remember, we are all connected. Whether you're in the diaspora in Grenada, there are folks listening in Grenada, there are folks listening all over, but they have relatives everywhere. So if you advertise in that journal on your based in Grenada, folks who are coming down with lots of money to spend, they will come patronize your store, your business. So we encourage Grenadian business owners who are based in Grenada to advertise as well.
Great. Well, this is a message for Kim the King in Carriacou to offer up a nice apartment for those who are coming down to
Yes.
Carriacou. Kim, take note. And of course, other business, individuals who would like to make a contribution and, of course, have the benefit of the advertising and promotion. So you better share your contact information so they can make direct contact with the committee in this connection.
Yes,
Okay, well,
I
go
want to
ahead.
chime in here that the businesses in Grenada, you mentioned the hotels, you mentioned the stores, etc. You have the banks. I'm sure you're competing for, the banks should be competing for people who are trying to save in Grenada, that you save at their banks.
The credit unions.
The credit unions and etc. So almost every business, especially in these days, Grenadians in the diaspora try to invest, are really investing in home. They go home more often, they go home multiple times per year, and they save the money at home. They're building homes and all these things. So it's the local businesses in Grenada should be trying to capitalize on these people that are in the diaspora who are ready to spend money in Grenada.
Well, most definitely so indeed. And of course, they are also encouraged to give and to lend support to the local committee headed by Jacqueline Alexis, who is the chairperson of the Independence Celebrations Committee this year. And of course, there are lots of activities. She was on last week, and she shared information as to what is, happening as the activities build up to the grand day of February 7th. So that's great. Nick, I was asking earlier on, are there other activities that the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and his delegation will be attending while in New York?
One of the things on the Saturday, as traditional when people from the government come to visit, they would be going through the community to understand and see how things, feel the pulse of the community, personal and business. So they'll be here for a short time. So Saturday would be the day they get a chance to visit the businesses, see where Grenadians, what they do on a Saturday, what they where they go, etc. So they'll be able to feel what we do in the United States here in Brooklyn and New York in general. So being that it's a weekend, it's not a lot of official things happening. So the main thing would be participating in the gala, besides getting around the community here, mostly in Brooklyn.
And
is there anything else there?
And certainly, the service, the ecumenical service, they won't be here for that if they arrive. I'm not certain exactly. I think they're arriving on the Friday, I think.
Yes, that's right.
So they would be able to take in whatever of the list of events we have. They would certainly be attending the ones on the itinerary, and in between doing what Nick just mentioned, visiting the folks in the community, doing the walkabouts. But Terry, it is really good that we can have a representation from the Parliament and the government of Grenada from across the aisle as well. And we are happy that we have MP Delma Thomas with us. And we look forward to that, because it's one Grenada. It is not just about the government. It's about all of us, the people, regardless of your political orientation. We all have a part to play. We all have a reason to celebrate. And so we are happy that this is happening. The numbers, you can reach us at, if you want additional information or you would like to advertise or have a message in the journal, you can call us at 347-350-4285. That's 347-350-4285. You can also call at 718-666-1110. 718-666-1110. And during the daytime hours especially, you can call the consulate. You can leave a message at the consulate, the Grenada consulate, 212-599-0301. 212-599-0301. I'm going to get those numbers in the thread of the live as soon as I can.
Great, wonderful indeed. You mentioned, Jerry, about the presence of opposition member of Parliament, Delma Thomas. And this is indeed a very special occasion for Grenada. It's another first, maybe in the region, but certainly a first for Grenada, where opposition member of the Parliament has been included in the delegation to New York to celebrate Grenada's independence. And this augurs very well for the politics in Grenada and to send a very clear message to the population that this is about the country. This is about Grenada and the unification of all its people is necessary for its development. So congratulations for the vision in this particular matter, and a personal congratulations to Honorable Delma Thomas for having the courage to accept this invitation or to offer, I don't know. But whatever it is certainly a good indicator for Grenada's politics. Brother Nick, let me get back to you. Any final words before we part?
Yeah, we urge you to, it's been 3 years. So we urge you to come out and participate and do your part in spreading the word that the independence celebrations in New York is back. We want full participation. We want, Anton's is a big place, so we want to full participation at the ball. The tickets are available. You can call the numbers to get tickets. The church service should also be, remember the church service is going to be at 4 p.m. on the 29th. We want to come out. It's good to bounce this thing off in prayer. I advocate for that. So the important thing is to share the word, spread the word, so that we could all come out and celebrate together as we move Grenada forward. And Jerry, what's the theme again?
The theme, yes, the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning for the future. And just to give a quick recap, Friday, culturally, we start off with a cultural evening, Friday the 27th from 7 p.m. to 11. That's at Our Lady of Refuge Hall on 2024 Star Avenue. Then on Saturday, we have the Youth Fest, January 28th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then Sunday, January 29th, we have St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church, 331 Hawthorne Street. That's the ecumenical service. And then the big gala. And just something else I want to say about the gala just before we go. Traditionally it has mostly been a more mature audience there. We listen, Grenada is young and old, and we want to include the young as much as possible. So we're encouraging young folks, the youths, to come out to the ball and to appease them and to attract the youths. We have young Donnell Bess. He's a violinist and singer. He's going to be doing special performances there along with Jarrell Bartholomew, a saxophonist, two outstanding musicians and artists. They will be there as well, along with the InSync band. They will be performing. One of them will be doing the national anthem along with Miss Natifa Lewis, who is a committee member and in charge of the committee responsible for the Youth Fest. So, folks, we have a lot of attractions at the gala and at all of the events. The DJ, all the local community stations in Brooklyn are represented, and they are, you may say, coming on board as co-sponsors. We have Crossroad Radio, Brother B and the Booby and the others there. One Drop, the DJ from that station, will be with us. And then we have DJ Naughty Vibes on 999 Radio. And of course, Wild FM, Spice Rock and the crew, Joe Bailey will be on board with us. And they are giving it their support. They are encouraging their followers, their fans to come out and be a part of this. DJ Naughty Vibes, you may know, is the son of the principal of PBC, Dominic Jeremiah. He's one of the DJs at the event as well. So folks, it's about all of us. And we encourage young and old to come out and support. Get your ticket. The ticket price is $200. Everything has gone up around not just in Grenada but in the U.S. as well. And we have a lot to do and a lot to pay for, and hence we have that price. But we it's a little bit of a sacrifice, but it's going to be worth your while. It's about tradition. It's about celebrating our heritage. It's about planning for the future. Let's come and celebrate together.
Thank you so very much indeed, Jerry. And let me go over now to Janice to get your closing remarks.
Terry, there's very little to say after Jerry and Nick, but I just want to encourage everyone to come out. The awesomeness that is Jarrell Bartholomew on saxophone, it's something to see. Donnell Best on violin it will be an amazing evening. The music, the DJs, the raffle, the dresses, the feeling of unity that will be at the gala is something that I think everyone is looking forward to. And I must speak here on the parliamentarian visiting with the group. I must say hats off to Ms. Delma Thomas. She has been amazing visiting the elderly homes. She's been working along for community. And I must say how much I admire this about her. So we look forward to having her here in Brooklyn at the gala. And we look forward to everyone coming out and being inclusive in this celebration of 49 years as an independent nation. We are really, really looking forward to 50, but 49 is here and we've got to deal with 49 at the moment. So grab your tickets. I have raffle tickets. The raffle tickets are only $5, a Cartier watch, $1,000 and $500. That again, a Cartier watch, $1,000 and $500 are the prizes for the raffle. I have tickets. If you want to reach out to me via social media, those of you who have my number, even the folks in Grenada, we're making arrangements to have some tickets down there. It's only $5 per ticket, and you get a chance to win. And you'll be surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised, to take home a Cartier watch. And of course, grab your tickets for the gala. We have tickets available. Jerry will pin the numbers. Jerry will pin the numbers on the live. There's an amazing door prize of a super therapeutic 10-inch memory foam mattress, compliments JTS Furniture.
Queen size.
Queen size. Yes, Jerry, queen size. And of course, grab your tickets for the gala. It's only $200. We want you to be part of this celebration. It's a red carpet event. There'll be a photo booth. You get to meet and take pictures with the visiting dignitaries. You get to meet and greet with friends. So it's a good reason to come out and celebrate. We look forward to having as much of you as possible at Anton's on the 4th.
Yeah, I understand there are lots of people who are beaming and waiting to meet Andy for the first time.
Oh, yes. The Minister of Mobilization and Implementation. A lot of folks are looking forward to meeting up with Andy.
Great, wonderful indeed. I'll just remind them to make sure and hold their winter coats because I understand it's pretty nippy out there.
Yeah, it is, but we can warm up. It's really difficult to cool down. It's more difficult to cool down than it is to warm up. So
yep. Absolutely, so indeed.
Terry, I'm hearing that all of St. George's will be there with Andy from the south, and all of St. Patrick's and St. Andrews would be there, and St. Mark's, the surrounding areas with our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export, Andal from the north, the Shanty Mailman there, and of course the big parish would be there, and all the parishes. These people represent all of us, not just their constituencies. I mean, they are here as officials from the government and the opposition. We encourage all people to come and celebrate with us. I can't wait for it. I'm ready.
Great.
All right. Well, that's terrific indeed. Let me just probably suggest maybe some collaboration could be had with Junior George right along with respect to
Well,
getting your raffle
definitely,
tickets.
not some. Junior is on board.
Yeah, your
We
raffle
have
tickets.
we've reached out to
Grenadians may
people.
want to win that Cartier watch and even that 1,000 US. So maybe he can probably
Yes.
be asked to
Yes,
get those
absolutely.
raffle tickets up on screen and get them going.
Listen, we'll be making appearances on the Mikey Live show, right along, Cam Jones, everywhere. To the point, we have a list of media outlets and shows that we will be visiting. Not just Janice, not just Nick, not just myself, but other members of the committee will be making appearances as well, letting folks know what's happening and what will be happening.
All right, and let me just ask this final question. Have you all collaborated with the various airlines, American, JetBlue, etc., with respect to giving special independence fare to Grenadians wishing
Wow.
to visit from Grenada?
Well, I'm not certain that we've gone that far, but it's an idea.
Well,
If
that's for
time
the
would permit
50.
us to-
That's for your 50. If you inform
Yes,
them
maybe
now,
yes.
get them to cut the rate to in celebration of Grenada's 50. So before,
That's a great idea.
Great idea, Terry.
well, I'm
Oh,
never
yeah.
short of them anyhow. So
Great idea. Great idea.
Jerry, let me just ask you to repeat those numbers, especially for the business community in Grenada who would like to probably participate in this very special event.
Yes, certainly. They can reach us at 347-350-4285. Also 718-666-1110, 718-666-1110. And at the consulate, they can call the consular office as well, 212-599-0301, 212-599-0301. Because we are doing this with the patronage of the consular office of Grenada here in New York, of course, which falls under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And the organization, remember, it's the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee of New York. That's why we get the acronym GIACONY. It's GIACONY.
Mm-hmm.
We love you guys. Thanks for having us on, Terry. And we before this is here, we would like to appear again. Maybe not the three of us, but at least one of us to remind folks. Maybe next Sunday and the Sunday after that, as we get there.
All right. What we'd like to also do, Jerry, is, and I'm giving you this responsibility if you would kindly accept it, to make contact with the various chairpersons throughout the diaspora, Toronto, Montreal, London, and other areas.
Your wish is my command.
Oh, well, you're very kind. You're most kind. Most kind indeed. And certainly the local committee here in Grenada, led by Jacqueline Alexis, she also will be on, or she may delegate someone to be on next Sunday in order to promote the event of Grenada's 49th independence. Thank you so very much, guys.
Terry,
Appreciate it.
Before you go, they sent me a message from the South Florida group. They're also having an independence dinner and dance. And Inspector is going to be there and Little B is going to be there. That is happening on February 11th.
Oh, I see.
So Inspector and Little B will be in South Florida with the Grenada Cultural Association for the 49th celebration. DJs, semi-formal evening, dance until you say when. It's their independence celebration also has a church service. And I will send you the link, Terry, so you can hook up with them so they can give you some more information.
Actually, I almost forgot about Florida, and they have been so much. They have been so integral. So my humble apologies to the folks in Florida. They've been so integral in this whole operation and so forth, and been part of Heartbeat. But so much is happening, especially this weekend.
They have two groups down there: Fort Lauderdale and South Florida, Miami.
Yes,
so they have two different celebrations happening down there.
And I understand there is a strong group in Atlanta and other parts of the U.S. So if we can really connect to all of these individuals who know of committees, who are working towards the celebration of Grenada's 49th, and to strengthen them as we move forward to the 50th year of independence. That would be terrific so that we can really have a great hoorah for Grenada's 50th year of independence next year, that is.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yep. So let me thank you all again so very much for being on the program today. And we will, try to have someone on again next Sunday just to give a final update before Minister Andel and his delegation arrives in New York. And to, again, all those who are listening on Heartbeat in the New York area and close by, to please support the committee in New York so that we can have a bumper 49th year of celebration in Grenada's independence celebration. Thanks again, and catch up with you all next Sunday, hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Great. Well, thank you
Have a
so
great
very
day, Terry.
Thank you so very much again. And keep warm. I know the weather out there is pretty nippy, very cold indeed. So we want to thank you guys. We go on a short break and come right back and just before we close the show. So
Grenada is on the road to 50, but this year we celebrate 49. Under the patronage of the Consular Office of Grenada in New York, the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee New York invites you to celebrate Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence, January 27th to February 4th.
Happy birthday, my dear Grenada.
Our theme this year is the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future. We shall be graced with the presence of Grenada's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export, Honorable Joseph Andel, Minister of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams, and Member of Parliament of Her Majesty's Opposition, Honorable Delma Thomas. The calendar of events rolls off on Friday, January 27th with a cultural evening from 7 p.m. at Our Lady of Refuge Hall in Brooklyn. Then Saturday, January 28th is the Independence Youth Fest from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. again at Our Lady of Refuge Hall in Brooklyn. The ecumenical service is on Sunday, January 29th from 4 p.m. at St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church on Hawthorne Street. The 49th anniversary of Independence Gala, dinner, dance, and awards will come off on Saturday, February 4th from 9 p.m. at the Anthems in Queens. It's all about Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence. The journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future. A gala with so much to offer as Grenada celebrates 49 years of independence. Gala, dinner, dance, and awards Saturday, February 4th from 9 p.m. at the Anthems on 96-43 Springfield Boulevard in Queens. The evening starts with a cocktail hour and includes dope prizes, including a high-tech therapeutic mattress, awards for 4 outstanding Grenadians in the diaspora, a big raffle, and addresses from government and opposition guests, all compounded with live entertainment from the InSync Band, violinist and singer Donnell Best, saxophonist Jarrell Bartholomew, plus DJ Lula B and other DJs from Wild FM, Crossroads Radio, and 999 Radio. Get your gala tickets for $200 from any committee member. Eventbrite.com or call 212-599-0301 or 347-350-4285. You can also contact the Grenada Independence Celebration Facebook page. The Grenada Independence Gala, Saturday, February 4th. The journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning the future.
welcome back to all those of you who have been tuned in to the Heartbeat today, those who are on WeFM, Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, and indeed on the NDC Facebook page. We thank you for joining the Heartbeat today. And finally, before I leave, just to say to all of you whom had known my brother Rochi, Lorenzo Forrester Kreitoff, a.k.a. Rochi, regrettably, he passed on Friday due to complications at the General Hospital, and the family, therefore, is in mourning. We thank all of you who have extended condolences, and funeral arrangements, I would imagine, would be announced at the appropriate time. Thank you for joining the Heartbeat, and see you again next week. Have a good afternoon.